Quick audit. ChatGPT Plus at $20 a month. Claude Pro at $20 a month. Midjourney at $30 a month. Cursor Pro at $20 a month. Notion AI at $10 per user per month. Maybe a Perplexity subscription. Maybe API credits for custom work. Most active freelancers are spending $80 to $200 a month on AI tools, and most of you have no idea where to put any of it on your tax return. The good news is every dollar is deductible. The bad news is where you put it matters, and there is a personal use trap that catches a lot of freelancers. Today, I walk through exactly how to deduct AI subscriptions on Schedule C in 2026. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint. This is where we turn freelance income into long-term wealth. If you use AI tools to do your work, hit that subscribe button. Let us get into it. Let me start with the rule. The rule is Section 162 of the Internal Revenue Code. It lets you deduct ordinary and necessary business expenses. AI subscriptions clearly qualify. Ordinary means common in your field. And in 2026, paying for ChatGPT and Claude is as common as paying for Slack or Zoom. Necessary means helpful in producing income. It does not mean indispensable. If you use the tool for client work, drafting, research, image generation, or code, it qualifies. There is no IRS guidance singling out AI tools for special scrutiny. They are treated like any other software subscription. So who needs this? If you are a writer using AI to draft and edit, this is you. If you are a designer generating images, this is you. If you are a developer using an AI coding assistant, this is you. If you are a consultant using AI for research and summaries, this is you. Almost every modern freelancer now runs at least one AI tool, and almost none of them are deducting it correctly. Now the math. Add up the typical active user stack. ChatGPT Plus, $20. Claude Pro, $20. Midjourney Standard, $30. Cursor Pro, $20. Notion AI, $10. That is $100 a month, or $1,200 a year. Add in occasional API usage for custom work, and you are easily $1,500 to $2,500 a year. That is a real deduction sitting right there on your credit card statement. Now, where do you put it on Schedule C? There are 3 valid locations. Option 1 is line 18, Office Expense. This is the cleanest fit for general productivity software. ChatGPT, Claude, Notion AI, and Cursor all fit here naturally. Option 2 is line 22, Supplies. Some accountants put recurring software here. It is acceptable but less common. Option 3 is line 27A, Other Expenses. There you can label it something specific like AII software subscriptions. That is what I recommend if you want a separate visible line. Pick one location, be consistent year over year, and group. Like with like. Quick note on capitalizing. AI subscriptions are not capital assets. You do not capitalize them and depreciate them over years. You expense them in the year paid. For the typical cash basis freelancer, you deduct what you paid in 2026 on your 2026 return. That is it. No depreciation schedule, no Section 179, just a clean current year write-off. Here is the payoff. The real cost of these tools is much lower than the sticker price. At a 40% combined marginal rate, every dollar you deduct saves you 40 cents in tax. So that $20 ChatGPT subscription really cost you about $12 after tax. And a $2,500 yearly AI stack gives back roughly $1,000 in tax savings. The tools are cheaper than they look once you account for the deduction. Now, the personal use trap. This is where freelancers get into trouble. If you use Claude Pro 50/50 for business and personal, you can only deduct the 50% business portion. The IRS substantiation rules require you to allocate based on actual usage. For most active freelancers, the realistic business use percentage is somewhere between 60 and 90%. Be honest. If you use ChatGPT 80% for client work and 20% for personal questions, you deduct 80%. That is $16 per month out of 20. If you want to skip the allocation headache entirely, run separate accounts. Keep a personal ChatGPT account on your personal card, and keep a business account on your business card. Now, your business subscription is 100% deductible. Your personal one is 100% personal, and you never have to argue about percentages with anyone. API and per-token billing is fully deductible the same way. If you spend $300 a month on API credits to power a custom app or a client deliverable, that is a deduction. Save the billing statements. The same is true for image, voice, and video. AI tools you pay for by usage. Every per-use AI charge tied to your business is a write-off. Here is a year-end strategy. If you are a cash-basis filer having a high-income year, consider prepaying annual subscriptions in December. A $20 per month plan paid annually at $200 is fully deductible the year you pay it. Across 5 AI tools, you can pull forward roughly $1,200 of deductions into the current year. That is a small but real lever to lower this year's tax bill. Now, documentation. AI subscriptions are easy to substantiate, but only if you do it right the first time. Here is the 60-second system. Create one folder called 2026 AI Subs. Each month, when the auto-receipt email arrives, drag it into that folder. Done. Add a single note for each tool, like used for client copywriting drafts and research. If the IRS ever asks, you produce the receipts and the business purpose in minutes. One more bonus. Where your state taxes software, the sales tax on the subscription is also part of your deduction. Active AI users in 2026 are spending real money on these tools. There is no reason to leave that money on the table at tax time. The deduction is clean, the documentation is easy, and the after-tax cost is far lower than the sticker price. If this helped, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax advice. Consult a qualified tax professional for guidance specific to your situation.